Aloha. My name is Ryan Keli'i Souza. I'm from Oahu. I live in Makiki. And here.
Great. And can you tell me what is aloha? How do you define aloha?
Aloha is expressed in a couple of different ways. So one is Antipilahi Paki's way, which is more of a guideline of characteristics that we should inhabit, that we should really practice on a day-to-day basis. So this is A, which is akahai. Akahai is kindness to be expressed with tenderness. L is lokahi, or unity, to be expressed with harmony. O is olu, or being agreeable with one another, to be expressed through our tenderness. The H is ha'aha, or humility, to be expressed through being humble. And then patient, but not really patient, but is being humble with it all. And then the last is ahunui, which is patience, but then it is also to be waiting for the moment to happen. So that's one way of expressing aloha. The second is in alo and ha, which is alo is forward facing as we face each other. It is also the embrace of God or source. And then lastly is in this presence. And when we put the ha onto that, then it means within this presence, we share our lives with each other, our breaths with one another. So in other words, we give everything to each other when we face one another. There's nothing that I wouldn't do for you. There's nothing that you wouldn't do for me. Good, that is. So that's aloha in a nutshell. However, aloha is only comes to life when we practice it, when we live it, when we are able to go out and relate to others in a way where it is bringing community together, bringing people together, connecting in a way where we truly feel, when we hug each other, when we embrace each other, we feel that we are one with each other. This is just one way of understanding how aloha works, right? So I cannot be judgmental of anything, because if I am, then I separate myself out of being in aloha. If I act opposite of what aloha would be, if I get angry, if I lie, cheat, steal, any of those things, then it becomes something that separates me from aloha. And that I cannot have either. So aloha really is a guideline. It reminds us of who we are meant to be within this life. And it is only aloha if we practice it. So.
Okay. How do you live aloha?
I wake up happy. Every day I wake up happy. And I make that a conscious part of my day, to begin my day. So you know how people say that if you fix your bed first thing when you get up, you fix your bed, then that sets the premise for you feeling like you have a little victory here and there, right? So you start with fixing your bed. To me, it starts with waking up happy, to know that, wow, I woke up, I can live, I can breathe, I can share, something with someone today. I have no clue what the day is going to bring me, but because I woke up happy, I'm ready for it. Bring whatever it is that I need to experience and share today. So that's how I wake up to aloha every day, is to just consciously wake up happy. There's a new day. And I don't want this new day to begin with something that is hindering me, So what is your real question?
No, how do you live aloha?
Oh, yeah. So beyond the waking up part, how do I live aloha is I look for opportunities to connect with people. And sometimes those opportunities come out of left field or right field, And the more that I'm in the mindset of aloha, the more that I'm ready and willing to connect with people from whichever angle they come. And I say people because we have to consciously engage with people. With the land, we don't have to consciously engage. With anything else, we don't have to. It's only with people that we do that. However, also being mindful, also picking up trash, also picking up whatever we can from the ocean to clean the ocean is also aloha, right? But in sharing aloha is mostly for me with my relationships with people, where that comes. So So today I took everyone through a meditation, which was to be still, to breathe, connect, and listen. And if we can quiet ourselves to where we can really connect, and connect to what? Connect to who we are, connect to the divine within, really, is something that we need to be quiet for. We need to be mindful of when we go inside. It's not something that allows us to question at the moment. We have to be fully open to receiving what this divinity is in order to understand it. The moment that we talk, we shut off that understanding from what it is. The moment that we allow our minds to get in the way, then we shut off that understanding as well. We have to be quiet, be still, to connect and listen. So to me, those are vital. But I also look at it in the teachings of our ancestors, right? So we have one thought where we're born as a bowl of light, divine light. And when we're little, it's our parents, our grandparents that are responsible for tending this light. But eventually we become responsible for tending this light. And this means that everything that I learn in life, if it's opposite of aloha, those would be stones that we put into the bowl. So stones of anger, deceit, lying and whatnot. They become stones. You put enough stones, then it blocks out the light. The light cannot shine. The bowl gets to be too heavy to carry. When we come to that understanding that it's us, I have to empty this bowl out in order for my light to shine, in order to find this light again. Once we're conscious of that and we empty out all of the stones from our bowl, then we realize that we are divine. Then we realize what our purpose truly is. And from that moment on, we can move forward on purpose with sharing this light with others. If we're not willing to recognize that, then it's not going to happen. Maybe not in that time. Perhaps it'll happen later. So we always have to be open and understand that the divinity is already in us. It's up to us to empty our stones, get rid of those stones in order for us to really get acquainted with this light.
There.
If you think of it as healthy cells, if our cells are healthy, then together they can do incredible things. They can heal our entire body. So if we're considered a cell, if we're healthy, there are other healthy cells around. We can get together and heal more and more and more, and eventually heal the world with that. That's how vital it is to us to take care of ourselves, make sure that we are balanced, make sure that we are pono, or right with ourselves, in order for us to be able to heal the world. It has to come with our wholeness, with knowing that every cell within my body is healthy, and then I'm able to go out and help others, So it is vital for us to make sure that we're doing these checks. And every day, it might get a little bit more difficult for some, depending on what we're going through in life. Whatever life throws at you, you're going to have to deal with those things. So there's an ebb and flow between how much aloha we have on any given day, any given moment, But it's taking those moments to assess where we are with that. Be able to take time out if we need time out to refill our tanks, with aloha. To be able to hug everybody when we're overflowing with aloha, to give it as often as we can. So it's up to us to be really mindful of all of that.
Yeah.